Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Initially I am in the Pakwagen, and then later on I'm in a plane, and this is one of the very few trials, attempts, or actual, games where I try CAS deliberately. Not as a option, but deliberately going into a plane. And the first thing that I do is take the Pakwagen. Why? Because it's fast and it has a great gun, and to have a good mobility is something that the German tech tree, up until you go to the first Leopard, is nothing that you really get your hands on. Opinions might vary, but that's just my experience. Pakwagen being a premium reward vehicle, being sold on the marketplace for horrendous prices, yeah, that's just how it is. So I try to go into the cap because you get 300 spawn points if you capture it, or even if you just participate in capturing it. That is something that a lot of people don't know. And so you can, with this, I already punched a ticket for getting my hands on a plane. That was a bad shot, I apologize. And while I go back into cover, I see a Hellcat. He hasn't seen me, and I'm pretty cheeky here. All in and go away. That's my territory. Skill matters. Okay, and I was pretty lucky to get the hell out of there. So I saw a T-34-85 and also the IS-2 going behind the Reichstag, and that is a potentially very, very dangerous situation for my team, because there are some of the building ruins right next to our spawn point, and so they can farm our team easy mode. I look around the corner and there he is, and he seems not to have seen me. So this allows me now to get into an ambush situation. And I expect him to try to farm, and I use here this little Urkel, I don't know how you call it, and put myself behind it, because it's extremely difficult to look around the corner if you're in a tank in this choke point and actually see me. So even if he looks around, and do you hear him? There he is. Has he seen me? No. He looks around and then he wants to come around to play Good Night Sunshine. Now, I, at this very moment, don't know where the T-34-85 is, and you kind of see me making here a mistake because of two reasons. First of all, if you know, or if it is very likely that you have seen somebody trying to go into an ambush position, then call him out on the minimap, point number one. Communicate with your team if somebody has already killed this guy, and I just look around, but not that carefully as I should. And I have the sneaking suspicion, according to what happens next, that I left this guy alone. And so I think to myself, okay, I have way enough spawn points, so let's leave the vehicle. That is something that I usually don't like to do. And now I chose the Ju 288C, one of my favorite bombers for its handling, its bomb load, its speed. It's just extremely good. Also, the defensive armament is quite nice. Very important here is that you take the bomb activation time to at least 1.5 seconds, especially if you use the SC 1800 kilogram bombs, aka the Satans. And well, I think now to myself, I think I should have really looked for this T-34-85, as there is now at least 2 kill messages coming in from T-34-85s, and if you look carefully on the radar or on the minimap, then you see when some of your teammates get killed, where their last reported position is bleaching out. And so they are near our spawn. So where this Tiger 1 is now, in this area, I suspected this guy to be. Now I was too fast and the handling was too bad to go into B. The handling isn't bad, but at this very moment it was not sufficient. And so I overshot B. There is also an SPA, so I have to watch out. And I want to drop those bombs where it matters. So I want to support my team around the capture zones. The magic with those Satans is you have 2 big bombs that have a large splash radius. And that was now a very bad attack run here on the SPA. But the Focke-Wulf 190D actually killed him, the Type 65. Another rather rare Russian reward event vehicle that we will see in the future in the tech tree of the Chinese nation. Now, I look around and I see a little bit of action in B, and let's clear it out. So I see one muzzle flash, I see two tanks, I drop the bomb with a little bit of experience, I look around and 3 kills. So that was an AEC 57, T-34, 57 and an IS-1. And I cleared the capture point. So that was quick money. I supported my team also from a tactical perspective. And then I see the action in the air. A P-51D just shot down the Focke-Wulf D that just killed the SPA. So here I already hit him, but not too much, not too dangerous, although things are flying off. And then my aim goes full potato, so my mouse lost a little bit of the grip on the mouse pad, but it was largely my inability to aim carefully. I damaged myself despite the 1.5 second delay with the bomb drop, and then the 50 cals of the P-51 also did their job to a certain degree. Now I want to run away from this P-51, but also I'm thinking about baiting him. It works very well in Air RB, but I have to really time my handlings precisely. Now I decide to look on the minimap and also then to look around. There he is. Okay, you know, let's risk it for the biscuits. And I turn into him. I give him now a full profile shot, and then I just roll around so that my hitting profile is rather small. And then I use the elevator to deny him the shot, and then I just pilot snipe him, because that's just what the Ju-288 does. And this is why I love this bomber, because you can really, how should I say this without it being arrogant? You can do things in this plane that you have trouble doing in other planes, but if you know what you're doing, the plane gets exponentially more dangerous. So I have one bomb left, and currently B gets fought around. I think about dropping the last nuke, the last Satan bomb, into the spawn area, but then I try to look at B, and yeah, the enemy is capturing it. There is a tank inside. Where is he? I don't see him on the rubble. I drop the nuke into the water. I get hit by an SPA, I need to go back, and there he is. He tried to escape, and despite the bomb landing in water, it still splashes the T-34, denying the enemy, again capturing B. And that was my 7th kill. So that was very important. We still bleed the enemy's tickets, which we wouldn't if the T-34 would have captured the capture zone by now. So the Ju-288, thanks to its powerful engines, its 2 very good bombs, the maneuverability, the agility, and the defensive armament, can really influence the outcome of a battle. There are planes like this already throughout, I guess, all the nations. Look at the P-8 with its 5-ton nuke that can just evaporate an entire team. I don't know if you have seen this clip from Oddballs, where he got 13 kills with 1 drop, wiped out an entire German team. You know, it was funny to watch. Then there are also the Wellingtons with the 4,000-pound bomb that adds actually more TNT filler in a bomb that is as heavy, and multiple other planes with 1-ton bombs, even fighters and Stukas, and also medium bombers from other nations such as the Soviet with the Tu-2 series. Are pretty good as well. So this bomb cast can really open opportunities. Now, I wanted to just simply again earn civil lines. I'm always on the quest to earn more and more civil lines, and so it is just raising the question if it pays off. Not every single battle works like this, but this has been one of the earliest attempts. I think that was the 2nd battle where I tried in with. and one of my engines died, and I already felt it in the flight model that the plane was beginning to rudder jump. So it's very weird. I'm very glad that I brought the bird home and that I could rearm it. And the nice thing about this plane you will see in roughly 10 seconds, because you get an air spawn with speed, and again, even with full bomb load, you have good maneuverability and you still can climb because the engines are that powerful. In RRB, the plane has seen a nasty nerf that doesn't really influence its effectiveness overall in the long term, but the initial speed run isn't possible anymore for quite some time. At which point I made a video about it, saying the plane is still very good and very much worth it. But I predicted a nerf something like this. Although the initial run before or pre-nerf was pretty stupid, even P-47s and P-51s couldn't catch you, and even if they dared, you just fought them a little bit, they slotted on your tail and you just swat them out of the sky with your 20mm and still bombed the base. So yeah, it was easy farming in this plane. The question is it easy farming in Tank RB as well? I think it's a very powerful plane and you can use it there as well, and you can defend yourself versus the inevitable fighters if you know what you're doing, if you have the situation awareness, if you position yourself rightly. Not everything can be explained, and I expected this guy to move a bit forward, so I dropped the bomb to his front, and watch this drop. Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh, it looks beautiful. He drives back because, Mamma mia, big bomb! And that's my 8th kill. So this was not the best battle out of the entire day played. This was just the 2nd battle, and I'm pretty sure that I could do better. I'm pretty sure that I come across multiple more moments where I get multi-kill with those big bombs, etc, etc. I could do more damage with the Pakwagen, but I think that was a solid run and it was planned. And so nearly 10,000 RP and nearly 120,000 silver lines, I think that's a decent result. Skill matters, and also heavy metal hero. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see more of those tactical videos with this approach, and as usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about this plane and this playstyle. Give this video a like with it, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.